separate this as much as we can, all in one piece. I just cut myself.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, good catch. Pretty bad too.
Yeah, I gotta stop and do something.
Oh.
Hello, I'm Paul, and this is Paul Plays with Fire. Welcome. Well, it's the day before Thanksgiving, and we've got how many people coming for Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow? It's going to be a house full of people. We've got an 18-pound turkey, an 18-pound ham, a crock pot full of stuffing, a boatload of gravy, and boy, if it sounds like a lot of work, it is. But that's all right. We've got our son Keaton home for the holidays. He's going to help us through this, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Stick around. It's going to be great. Well, the first thing we need to do is make our brine for our turkey. We're going to do a wet brine this year. It really makes a difference to the turkey. It just really makes the turkey very flavorful and moist, and it does such a good job with making gravy. So to start with, we're just going to heat up some apple juice. It's just a jar of apple juice. I like the apple flavor with turkey. It goes well together. Heat that up. We're going to add some seasoning. We've got bay leaf, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Put that in there, let those flavors diffuse. And then a cup of salt. It is a brine after all, so yeah, it's gonna be salty. And we'll just stir that up, let that get heated up, and then we'll start preparing our turkey, and when this is done and the turkey's ready, we'll add them together and let them sit. Okay, the next step is to prepare our turkey, and what we have is a whole fresh turkey, an 18-pound fresh turkey, never been frozen. We get it from a local grocery store. They do a really good job with their meat, so this is going to be delicious. So we're going to cut it out of the packaging first, as best we can. And if you have if you're faint of heart or weak of stomach, you might want to just skip ahead a little bit. I hate to tell that to any of my viewers, but you know, this is a whole raw bird, and it's not for everybody to watch. Okay, one of the steps we do is we take the neck out of the cavity, and we're not going to use that today, so we're just going to toss that aside. And then on the other side, maybe it's still in there. Nope, there's nothing in there. It's empty. All right, it's all right. Oh, there it is. Here's the giblets. Now, some people use this in their gravy. We have done that in the past. We're not doing that this year. So that's all good. Now we're just going to rinse the bird out inside and out. And once again, you know, this is a turkey, so it's uncooked. They carry salmonella. You really want to be spot on with your food hygiene. You know, anything it touches needs to be washed down when it's done. We're just going to cut that off because we don't need that either. And we're going to release the legs because we want them to stick out where they need to. We just do this first. There we go. Whew. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I think that's ready to go. Good looking bird, huh?
Yes, it is.
Okay, our brine is pretty well done. Why don't you move in and give them a shot of that. That's ready to go. So we're going to take our brine, and it's about 160 degrees. We're going to put it in our brining bucket, and then we're going to fill that up with cold water. Cold water.
Smells good.
It does. There we go. Okay, we've got our brine all ready to go. We've added enough cold water and ice cubes to it to get it down to a reasonable temperature. Now the bird's going in. Thank you. We'll just add a little bit more cold water to cover it, and then we'll put it in the fridge for overnight.
And you know it's a brine bucket because it says brine right on it.
It's a single-use bucket. That's all we use it for. Okay, next up we're going to make the stuffing, or dressing as some people call it. We're not actually putting it in the bird, but we still call it stuffing for tradition reasons, I guess. And this time we're making a crock pot stuffing recipe. It's something that, it's actually a recipe of Christie's, and it's very good, it's very moist. The first thing we have to do is saute a bunch of carrots, celery, and onions, or a maripose it's called if we're doing French cooking, but we're cooking Thanksgiving, so we're calling it celery, carrots, and onions again. So we're just going to cut up some onions. Dice them kind of fine because we're making a dressing or a stuffing that people are going to eat with a fork, not a knife. We want things to be diced up pretty good, but that's okay. I like doing that.
different from what you usually do. You usually cut them pretty thick.
Yeah, I usually cut them pretty good size, big enough to eat with a knife and a fork. But if I get to talking, I'll get to making them big again, so I gotta be careful. We've been doing Thanksgiving here for a long time. Probably 25 years. My family's been coming here. It just got to be a tradition. It's the food holiday, and I'm the food guy. So it only made sense that we did it here, and we really enjoyed doing it. It's a lot of work every year, but we've been doing it for a long time and really have a lot of traditions built around it. Keith and I were just talking about his cousin and when they were about 5 years old, getting a racquetball and mashed potatoes up by accident, and so we had a good chuckle over that one. We actually bought racquetballs at the store today just to reminisce over it. We also go for a walk in the woods every year after dinner when everybody's kind of sitting on, ready to take a nap. We decided instead we head off for the woods and go tromp around out back for a while. And so that's always another good tradition. I'm going to go ahead and dump these. I've got my Griswold back here. My Griswold cast iron skillet, and I've got about a half a stick of butter in there. Go ahead and give that some heat. And we don't add, the recipe calls for a whole stick of butter. I see I browned that a little bit. Oh well. The recipe called for a whole stick of butter. That's too much butter to saute vegetables. They end up being deep fried that way. So we're just going to add the half a stick now, and then we'll add another half a stick later. So anyway, like I said, we've been doing Thanksgiving here for a long time. We've messed around with a lot of different ways of doing it too. We've done fried turkeys. We've done smoked turkeys. We've done turkey on the grill. We've done turkey breast. We've done smoked turkey breast. That was really good. We've tried different dressings. We've tried oyster dressing. We've tried sausage dressing. We've done sausage and oyster dressing. That was really good. But by that point, you only had a few people that really liked it.
I heard Christy from the other room.
Yeah.
Quinoa dressing.
Quinoa, that's right. We did quinoa dressing that one year. I forgot about that. But we've tried all sorts of stuff. But these days, we mostly just stick to the classics. We're doing just a simple roast turkey, a whole ham from a local butcher. Stuffing that we're doing right now, classic gravy. Christy has really gotten her gravy technique refined. I kind of pretend to make gravy. She really knows how to make gravy. Go ahead and get these on the fire. Just lost some out the back.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. Happens all the time. Happens every time. And I'll cut up some celery now. Oh yeah, just to show you, I'm true to my word. When I was doing Quad Cities Pizza, I said I was going to do sourdough bread sometime. Look at that, sourdough. That means I got a sourdough starter up there. Well, here, I'll just open it up. Oh, look at that. I mixed it up this morning. It's a Leviton from the mother sourdough starter that I have in the fridge. And when I started it this morning, it was that high, and it's puffed all the way up to that high. So it's good and strong. It's been sleeping in the fridge all summer. It ought to be well rested. So I'm looking forward to that. This ends up being a full pan by the time we get everything in there, but that's okay. It's a lot of vegetables. Well, gotta feed a lot of people.
Got around 30 coming tomorrow, right?
Yep, about around 30. Get into the pan. I'm afraid we've crowded our pan.
It's a full pot.
That's okay. That's okay. It's a big Griswold. It can take a lot. Okay, we've got all the vegetables for our Merpeau into the pan, and it's a mighty crowded pan, but we'll find a way to get it. They'll cook down. They'll soften as they soften up. So I think we'll be all right. And now we're going to add our herbs and seasonings. What all's in this, Christy?
Poultry seasoning, salt, thyme, marjoram, sage, and pepper.
So those are just added all together, and we'll just let them all season together.
They like the butter bath.
And let them all get to know each other.
Yeah.
Smells good.
Yes, it does. Next, we're going to mix up the wet ingredients. Gonna beat those up a little bit. Add a can of cream of celery soup. You know, it wouldn't be Thanksgiving if we didn't have cream of something soups. And a can of cream of chicken soup. Good old-fashioned cream of chicken soup. And something about these cream of soups in the stuffing really helps keep it moist and just very flavorful. And then how much broth, Christy?
Oh, no, you can put that in there. That's into the breadcrumbs in the bowl.
Okay. Inadequate adult supervision. Okay, that's done. Okay, we think our mirepoix, celery, carrots, and onions is done. Here, we'll tell you what. We'll go ahead and give it a little taste test. Here, I'll hold the camera.
It's hot. Boiling over hot.
It's done.
Okay.
And delicious.
Yeah.
We do this by the bread that
Yeah, it's
we
just,
bakery. Put in some of your veggies, put in some of your soup. Just start from your soup.
okay. That smells so
It
good.
smells delicious.
Very, very, very aromatic.
It smells like Thanksgiving.
It does, it really does. It's the sage. You smell the sage.
Yeah.
It's about the only time of year we use it. Okay, and some of this.
Yep.
It smells
Just
like,
means a lot of stirring, that's all. That is a lot of bread. Go ahead and use a little bit, no problem.
oh, there you go. That's starting to loosen up. Look at that. We were supposed to add that other half a stick of butter while the vegetables are sauteing at the end, but we forgot. But hence, the wonder of cast iron. It's still hot. It's still melting. So we'll just let it sit there and let it melt, and then we'll add it back later. Meanwhile, the pan gets all that bonus seasoning from the butter.
Yeah, they'll kind of deglaze all the flavors off.
Absolutely will. That's right. You've been watching my videos. Okay, well, we got our stuffing all done. We got our turkey brining. I think that wraps up all of our preparations that we need to do the day before Thanksgiving. So we'll see you tomorrow about 6:30 a.m. where we'll start the ovens, get the ham in, get the turkey in, get the stuffing going, and then we kind of get a rest and relax until it's time to make gravy. So see you tomorrow. What time is it?
It's about 7:15. We gotta get that turkey in.
Oh, wow. Had this weird dream. I was sleeping on the beach in Cozumel. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, here we are. We got our ovens preheated. We're all ready to put the ham in the oven and get it going, and it'll be shortly followed with the turkey. So stick around. It's going to be a great day. Let me get this in the oven now. Oh, look at that thing. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, it is.
And we put just about 3/4 of an inch of water in the bottom to keep it from drying out. Oh, it's still early in the morning. We're all struggling with coffee and stuff. I still need to put foil on top of it. Just something to keep it from drying out. And that's in the oven at 275 for probably about 4 hours. Okay, now we go on to the turkey. The turkey's been sitting in this brine, in a brine bucket for overnight, and it's ready to take it out of there. It's always a delicate operation. Whew. Okay, now we're just going to rinse that bird off. Rinse that brine off. And lift it up into the pan. Okay, now we got our turkey in the pan, ready to be, well, I wouldn't say we're gonna stuff it, we're just gonna throw some things in there. It's a little onion, and a little bit of apple. And these are not to eat later, but just to keep it from drying out in there. Looks like 2 apples, 1 apple, I'm gonna have room for it. Oh. And we are cooking turkey. Okay, see you in about 3 hours. Our turkey's ready. It's coming out of the oven.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, look at that is right.
Oh, man.
It still works.
Got stuffed with some apples and some onions there.
Oh yeah. Okay, now we're going to cover this with foil and let it rest till it's time to carve it. Okay, we got that turkey. It was very tired, but now it's had a little nap. It's had a little rest, so we're ready to go. And people are starting to arrive, so we better get going here. Oh, geez, this thing is heavy. Oh, that's a healthy bird. Look at that thing. Woo-wee. Okay, it's time. It's D-Day. It's time to carve this big, beautiful bird. Let's see if I can get this right. I don't think I need that one just yet. Let's try this one. We're gonna just separate this right here and then pull down on the leg until we can see that joint in there. It's right in there. Just cut right along there. It's in there someplace. Okay, so now it's time to figure it out. There we go.
Yeah, right behind there.
Yep. Okay, just dig deeper next time.
Yeah, you gotta
Hey,
get the whole thigh.
One leg down, nice.
Yay!
Let's flip that over and do it again. Here, I'll leave it.
Oh boy.
I'll leave you.
Camera act.
I'll leave you the pretty picture. Yeah, dig right in there, and then get the big knife to get it out.
You're good. Say hello to Dan, everyone.
Hey, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving.
Dan's gonna come up and make Cubans with us one day.
You bet.
Someday. We haven't picked a day yet, but we
coming
picked a recipe. There we go. Whew.
How are you?
Boy, that was a lot of work. And just turn that down. Look at that, pretty bird, pretty bird. And just follow that breastbone right up to the. Right up to the wishbone, and try and separate this as much as we can, all in one piece.
Go in here.
Just cut this off.
Did you?
Oh, good
Oh,
catch.
pretty bad too.
Yeah, I got stuff.
Oh, coming. I didn't know you were doing that.
Okay, I managed to cut myself with that new sharp boning knife I got. So Keaton's gonna finish up for me. Look at that. Good thing you're here.
But part of the problem, it is very hot.
Yes, it is. Okay, and then just flop that right down on the platter. There you go, just like that.
Skin intact.
Yeah.
Good.
Don't worry about it. And just follow the breastbone. Right up to the wishbone comes this way, so it'll come out this way a little bit.
Afterwards. Yeah.
Get out of there.
I just gotta let you know, I just had a sample. That is so good. And the brining just makes it so moist, and just a hint of salt. That's delicious.
All right. That's
Well
good.
worth the effort.
That is good for now.
Okay.
Say, kind of
Yeah. And then
separate this up a little
You
bit.
can do the same thing with those. Just
Yep.
see where the grain runs this way. If you just cut it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Like
this
that.
one a little nicer.
Yeah.
We're live.
Okay, look at we got a house full of people. You can probably hear in the background, just like we expected. That's everything's going according to plan except for me cutting my finger. So we're gonna cut this ham up. See what we got here. It smells delicious. It looks delicious. It's huge. that ham ended up making a big pile of ham. It's there's a lot of ham on there, a lot of bone too. We're gonna be making ham bone soup or something. So
That's not delightful. A car or two ago, I said.
there we go.
This is the next shelf one we needed. That's a corn casserole, or it just needs a spoon and it's ready to go right there. There are two. She's gonna put one of them in the oven. Handout?
Dad, shut up, I heard you.
Yeah, we're gonna go over this way, buddy.
Hey, she made it.
All right. Brandon, I'm gonna throw.
Okay, well, 30 people came, 30 people ate, 30 people left. We had a good walk in the woods. Everything went according to plan. I cut myself a little bit. That wasn't really according to plan. We even got some leftover pie.
Look at the dessert table.
Yeah, I'm not gonna show anybody anything because the house is, everything's just a mess. I mean, we got dishes everywhere. We're cleaning up the best we can, but we're both about ready to clap. So anyway, great Thanksgiving. I'm glad you stuck around for it. See y'all next time. This has been Paul Plays with Fire. Bye.